Hey everyone, it's Jose Laya, and we hope you're doing well. Due to popular demand, we are changing up our market updates and are now doing them monthly to be able to get you quicker updates on the market. And we're also going to take a look at more numbers and data to be able to give you more details and information. We are also going to do each neighborhood as a single video to allow you to really hone in on the neighborhood of your choice. Whether you currently live there and want to see how the market is doing, or considering buying there and we want to be able to put the information in your hands in a quick and easy way. Today we're looking at single family homes in Coral Gables for the month of January of 2025. Coral Gables is one of the most desired neighborhoods in all of Miami. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right into the graph. So here's our graph for single family homes for Coral Gables. And we're looking at a different subset of data than we have before. So let's go over them briefly. We're looking at active listings, closed sales, months of supply, days on market, median price per square foot, and median price sold. Active listings right now, you'll see a color in white and then a color in light blue. Light blue means that it's a waterfront home, as in Coral Gables, we have both. And there's usually a big disparity between the pricing on both, so we really want to highlight that for you. Let's look. Active listings, 134. Out of those 134, 108 are non-waterfront and 26 are waterfront. For closed sales for the month of January, there was 28 closed sales. Out of those 28, 24 were non-waterfront and 4 were waterfront. Months of supply. How do we arrive at this number? Very simple. You take the number of active listings, divide it by the number of closed sales. Of course, you take into consideration no other active listings come on the market, and it gives you this number. Months of supply is 6, actually 5 for non-waterfront or dry lots, and 7 months of supply for waterfront homes. To give you some context, a balanced market, or what's considered a normal market, will have anywhere between 6 to 9 months of supply or inventory. Anything much less than that, it really favors the sellers. Anything much more is a market that favors buyers. 6 months is pretty good. Let's look at the next number. Days on market, 63 for non-waterfront. That's pretty impressive. If you think about it, it takes 63 days for those 24 closed sales. That's pretty extraordinary, especially given the next numbers we'll go into. For waterfront homes, it is taking a bit longer, 165 days. Hold on though, we'll look at the next numbers. Look at the median price per square foot of dry lots or non-waterfront homes, 855, that's pretty high. And now look at the difference. For waterfront homes, the median price per square foot, $1,273 per square foot. One more, the median price sold. So out of those 28 sales, 24 of them were dry lots. Out of those 24 closed sales, the median price sold is $2,325,000. That's pretty damn good. The median price sold of those 4 waterfront homes in Coral Gables is $5,075,000. So now, when we go back to days on market and we look at 63, it's only taking 2 months to sell a house that's pretty much, let's call it $2,325,000. You look at 165, which is about 5.5 months. Some people may think, wow, that's a long time. But the truth of the matter is, look at the median price sold. It's over $5 million. So that number of 165, which is 5.5 months, that's actually very, very good. We're now going to look at the price ranges of both active listings for sale and closed sales, just to see if we can spot any trends, to see what price range most of the activity is taking place for single family homes in Coral Gables. Let's take a look. So now we're looking at the price ranges. We like to take this in order. So from 0 to 1 million. So basically any home priced actively at $1 million and under. There's only 5 homes listed for sale in all of Coral Gables that are priced at $1 million and under. If we look at the $1 to $3 million price range, we can see 65 active listings. Now, if we look at 65 out of the 108 homes listed for sale are between 1 and 3 million. That's about 60% of the active listings in that price range. We can also see that out of the 24 closed sales for non-waterfront homes, 12 of them closed in that price range. So about 50% of your activity in closed sales for non-waterfront homes is taking place in the $1 to $3 million price range, while 60% of the actives are in that $1 to $3 million price range. That kind of gives us an indication that that's where most of the single family homes are either being listed for sale and selling as well. And let's just keep going down the numbers. This pretty much gives you an indication of how strong the market is for single family homes in Coral Gables, as we have homes listed for sale and closing in pretty much every price range. Look at 3 to 5 million, there's 20 homes listed for sale, 19 non-waterfront, 1 waterfront. In the $3 to $5 million price range, there were 6 closed sales, 5 of them dry lots, 1 of them waterfront. Look at this, 5 to 10 million, 27 active listings, 10 to 20, 11, and even $20 million plus. We have 6 active listings. Given it's light blue, they're all waterfront. But that just goes to show you, without diving deep into the numbers, how strong the market is in Coral Gables to have homes listed for sale and closing pretty much in every price range. And if we dive a bit deeper into these numbers, one area that we saw that was a bit of a concern is the active listings in the $10 to $20 million price range, as well as the 20 million plus. I mean, look at this. We have 11 active listings between 10 and 20 million, with only 1 closed sale for the month of January. 20 plus, there is 0. So you've got about 17 active listings between, basically $10 million plus, and only 1 closed sale. That would be one area of concern that we'll keep our eyes on for you. And now that we're doing these monthly, we can keep a better track of it for you as well. We also like to cover the lowest priced of a home sold out of those 28 and the highest priced. The lowest price home sold was a small 2-bedroom home. It sold for $810,000. The highest price sold was a 7-bedroom home that sold for $7,700,000. The pretty extraordinary thing is that was a non-waterfront home. It was a dry lot. It was new construction, and it sold for about $1,250 a square foot, which seems to be the high mark as far as pricing for non-waterfront new construction in Coral Gables. Given the fact that the median price per square foot of dry lots is $855, we could see that new construction is commanding a premium. Whereas we'll say it again, this one closed at about $1,250 a square foot for new construction in Coral Gables. Now, the highest price of a waterfront home sold in the month of January in Coral Gables was a 5-bedroom home in the exclusive gated community of Coco Plum. The house sold for $13,325,000. It averaged about $1,600 a square foot. That was the highest price of a home sold in Coral Gables, whether waterfront or non-waterfront. And of course, it's waterfront. So let's now jump into our summary. Here we go. In summary, we can confidently say that the single-family market in Coral Gables is very strong. The listings for sale is low relative to the number of closed sales. Months of supply is pretty low. It's considered balanced. Days on market is low. This is definitely a good thing for sellers, which should translate into prices holding steady. Just make sure to price your home correctly, and it will sell fast, as we could see by the numbers. As we've seen in other neighborhoods that we cover, if you price your home correctly from the start, it will sell pretty fast, pretty much in any price range. If not, it will sit on the market. That's a clear indication to us that the market is very sensitive to price. We'll address one area of concern that we saw here with the single family houses is that, again, we'll say it, there's 17 active listings priced at 10 million and over, while only having one sale. This is something we'll keep our eyes on, and now that we're coming to you monthly, we can keep a better track of. So again, Coral Gables single family homes doing very well, very strong market. Obviously, this is 1 month of data. We now just need to see if this continues for the remaining months. Well, that's our monthly market update for January of 2025 for single family homes in Coral Gables. I am Jose Laya, and as I start my 19th year in the real estate market, I can proudly say that our goal in making these videos is to provide you with value and help as many people as we can by sharing with you real market data to give you a better insight into the local real estate market. If you ever have any questions, feel free to reach out. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.